right, we're back. I've been working on some other projects for 5 Minutes Better and haven't put up a podcast for a while. So here I am making up for that. I've got some cool things. So anyway, we've talked recently about taking good care of how we feed our brain physically and of what we put in and take out of our mind emotionally and how important those things are. So I hope you're giving these things, these new skills, a try and seeing what they can do for you. I want to back it up a little bit, however, and remind us all of the importance of the first principle that I shared with you of Kaizen. Baby steps, yes, but also the belief that small choices make a big difference. So let me tell you why. In my years of questing to cure myself of depression, I've realized that while there is so much that I can do to help myself, that weakness is still there. Think of it as like a bum knee that you learn how to care for and support, and so most of the time it works just fine, but when a storm is about to roll in, it aches and gets weak. I had a bout of that recently, and with all the work that I've been doing on my emotions and on being self-aware, I actually noticed what was going on. For example, I was driving my son to an appointment and I saw a jogger off in the distance. The thought that flashed across my mind was, ugh, I should be exercising. I never exercise. The pattern that I saw in my thoughts that day was a lot of shoulding on myself. Looking at all the things that I wasn't doing that I felt like meant I was slacking off, falling short, letting people down. You get the idea. All of these things that I caught myself thinking I should be doing would have added up to a massive overhaul of my whole life. So finding the first small step towards doing these things was not the answer. That's where the other dimension of Kaizen, that small choices make a big difference, comes in. I couldn't start doing all the tons of things that I was feeling bad about myself for not doing. So I made a couple of small choices in succession. I decided not to get down on myself for all those things by saying to myself, every time one of those put downs came into my head, yes, but I can show gratitude today. I made the decision that in my interactions with people, I could show gratitude. Something small that I could manage on a day when I was feeling so down. And something small that I knew would make a difference to those people. So do you see how in this small choice, different principles that we've talked about are coming together and brought into play, but in such a small, manageable way? Gratitude is a positive energy, and your brain benefits from that. When the down on myself thoughts came, I had a positive yeah, but to counter with that was a good thing about myself. I show gratitude. And also, it was a mini goal and a sense of purpose for the day. So, my friends, as you work on new ideas and thought patterns, please keep in mind that any new skill, any line of growth, any new thing that you work on to create in your life is going to be a lot like the stock market. Even when the general trend is up, there are going to be rises and dips in between. Do not let those dips trick you into believing that you are a mess up, that the new things that you are doing aren't any good, or that improvement and progression are not possible. Please don't get tricked. Hang on to something small, like I can show gratitude today, and don't let go. I will continue to share resources, ideas, and my love with you because I've been there and I want to help. But here is one lesson that you must learn. you are able to choose to be there for yourself. Think of you, just you, as 3 little kids on the playground. That shoulding voice is the mean little kid picking on you. And the picked on you is feeling pretty small. But seriously, are you just going to stand by and watch that happen? That third part of you has been standing by and letting the mean voice in you get away with some nasty stuff. It's time to stand up to that bully. It's time to tell it to leave that picked on part of you alone. Would you let a stranger yell at your kid? Would you walk by if a neighbor kid was beating a little cat? Of course not. You'd stand up and say something. Do that in your thoughts, my friend. Stand up for yourself. Get your playground retorts ready. Oh yeah? Well, I give thanks to people. I make people smile. Stand that inner bully down. That will be a huge step in learning that you can count on yourself. I believe in you, and I know that you can also believe in you. And this kind of thought management will make a big difference. But just remember, it's a small choice. It's a small choice that's manageable, totally doable, and is going to reap benefits for you. So give that a shot this week, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye-bye.